Hello all and welcome back to Geek Feng Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers Jr. Shout out to our friends at Chaotic Good Brewing here in Casson Matterville under pressure in Golden Valley, South by Southeast in beautiful Pine Island, or venues of similar family, pet-friendly, fun-friendly places near you. Check out my books at sellersjr.com and overall website at geekfengshui.com and this channel, which we appreciate every like, setting of the bell, and subscription. So if you notice, Bourgeois and Boudica are now 14 and 15 respectively, because I've figured out a leveling strategy as far as the Alliance side goes. Part of it has to do with questing, discovering quests I didn't know I had, much like I did on the Horde side, and discovering that with Paladins, just like any other class, you don't really want to use a shield one end unless you get really good ones later in the game. You want to get a two-hander that does a good amount of damage, so the mathematics of the fight that you get into is he or she with the most damage wins. Now, before I get started, I discovered some terminology for stuff. I called them gankers or PvPs, but there is a phenomenon called griefing that I've learned and seen more and more about. Griefing has to do with somebody who gets in the way of other players playing to do their bit. This can be very subtle. For example, on the Horde side, there's an island you go out and you find eggs. One day I was out there, it's been a couple days, where there's people on all the little islands you can't find eggs. It's almost if they get them, delete them, and their whole goal is to keep everybody from getting them. That's a subtle version of griefing. The more egregious version of griefing happens when, for example, a character just recently wiped a raid on purpose. It was a very sneaky supposed revenge thing where they were in this raiding guild for a year, and then during a big raid in Oxaramus or wherever it was, they made sure they killed off, I don't know if it was 32 or 36 characters. Or what I've been running into is kind of in the middle of the road, is with hunters and casters when I've been leveling, where they'll see you going towards something and they have other options, but no, they always pick the one that you're going for. And so, yeah, griefing is a thing. And the last but not least is something you have to be aware of, is a mechanic with PvP. These are hardcore is not a PvP server, but you can flag PvP obviously when you go to do a duel or something like that. But what they'll do is they'll come up and they'll draw something towards you, and a rogue will vanish, and then that thing that they're chasing goes after you, and suddenly you're flagged PvP, and they come back and kill you. Or you get, hey, portal summons, take the portal and we'll summon you to so well, they're summoning you off a cliff. So that's my PSA for the day, is to watch out for all of that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to call it the batting cleanup. What I mean by that is that when you get through a starting area and go to the next one, you want to go through and pick up where you left off. Now there's a tipping point level-wise that I try to stick to, because when I start to get to be the same level of the things I'm going after, I will move on to the other secondary area. Well, then I learned with my other characters, other paladins in particular, to come back and finish up. So I learned this because I learned some quests, came back, because I was going to do Westfall at 12. Well, at 12, you're kind of the same level of the things that are getting attacked. So anyway, I came back and did clean up. I learned a lot about Teldrassil, up to and including a boss that I would not have considered attacking normally, which is a gold level 9, which I always say, if you're going to attack gold levels, you want to be 4 to 5 levels higher. Going back to the shield thing, I was going to do a challenge where I did not train my secondary skills until after I got up to level 10. And I found that you really, in the secondary areas, you really should. I also got rid of my sword and shield or mason shield. I went to two-handed. So I went and I trained in axes, swords, and maces, two-handed versions. This is another place you run into, and I'm gonna call it the gray area of griefing, where they will see you going to attack somebody and they'll just take out the person you're trying to attack, or let them attack you, and then they that person might have been irritated that I took their thing, but they didn't tag it. You know, when you're fighting something, you need to tag it if you're going to go. Otherwise, it's fair game for anybody, which, you know, it borders on grieving, I suppose. The sword I'm using here, Odika found, which is a two-handed 20-30. The next step usually I've found with the characters is to go to axes and then to maces, because you want to be bigger bang. I don't know what that person was doing. The other thing that they talked about a lot that you have to be careful of with hardcore is tunnels like these, because you're limited to your escape routes in and out, and not all tunnels look like tunnels. You can run into a tunnel situation in the outer world between walls of buildings. I don't know what that priest is waiting for. But what I've learned with all this is I will finish all the quests here, and then I will go to Teldrassil and do all the quests there. There was I can never find it. Once I find it, it's kind of cool because it regens right on top. There's a little porch. For the most part, I try to stay out of mines, but I'm finding the paladins are tough. This is what I was looking for. I've gotten into situations with Bourgeois and Boudica where I've escaped only by the hair of my chinny chin chin, and I don't think I would have been able to do that with another class like a priest or even a rogue, because paladins can heal, much like a druid. That person's dragon. stuff through. Just make sure he gets the hits. That guy's level 6 down here. Good luck, buddy. But they were talking about Blizzard releasing the stats of what kills most players. Ironically, of the top 10, the things on the Alliance side more so than the Horde side. And it goes back to the old saying, good, bad, or indifferent, that you might want to believe it, is that new players play Alliance, real players play Horde. And I'm not a big subscriber to that, but there are things I found on the Alliance side that you just don't see on the Horde side as things that are challenging. Much like that big Yeti that goes in the cave and you have to go get the meat out of the chest before he comes back. I just need one. Eventually, I think you have to come back in here from Goldtooth. Which is a quest to pick up later. We're done. And so the other thing with griefing, if you want to touch more on it, can do with leveling or layering. That's what I call the inadvertent griefing. I ran into that at Skull Rock on the Horde side where I went in and two people were leaving and everything was dead. And as we got further and further apart, when they were leaving and I was going in, the everything suddenly regenerated because I shifted layers. And how you shift layers is by getting invited to somebody who's a different one. There's add-ons that will tell you what layers. I do not use one, but that was an eye-opening. I didn't have it on video. I wish I did. Because when things die, they don't all come back at once. They come back in pretty much the order that they were killed in. Even if there was 5 of them killed in the same area, there'll be a delay between them.
Can I help you? See you around.
All of my paladins are leather workers and skinners because you can make some of the better like here, these obviously there's nobody skinning because you have a quest to kill these. You can spend your whole day skinning. And with the leather working, eventually make better leather out of the leather scraps on up. Yeah, you could sit all day and just follow these around. Some of the other characters I did, I spent 20 minutes going all the skinning until my inventory was full. Then you can make the better leather, and then you can make leather patches for your armor. I mean, there's a lot of things that leather workers can make. Questing. Then we get into guilt, and like I was talking about, this person, I'm not going to name who they are, was in a raiding guild. Raiding guilds are different than casual guilds. There's a documentary called Race for World First or Search for World First that was done about WoW players, because there's some achievements. So here's another place where you can go through and skin to your heart's content. Anyway, it's almost like a second profession where they expect you to be raiding 10 hours a week or more in some cases, and there's a reason for that. They want to have a good group, but then they have to figure out a system to, when good gear drops, and there's DKP, there's other things where you have somebody as a loot distributor and pick who's loot, who gets what loot. And
you need something?
up in there.
Hello. See you later. So I get to join the masses here.
PvP thing I haven't seen. Yet. Then there is, of course, the hardcore but not hardcore players. I watch a lot of videos where they're on non-hardcore servers and it's die and delete, which is different, obviously. Than hardcore. So they talk about appeals. Well, that doesn't count. I can feel that. Well, it amuses me. No end. Because WoW doesn't really. It's come out pretty strongly and said these are what they are. By the way, Questy will show you the hot zones of stuff where it kills you. Princess, for example, has 2 minions. I've picked around with Bourgeois, and that can be a tough fight. The other thing they talked about is fall damage. Like the Undercity elevators, or the case where somebody offers you, and don't trust stranger danger when you suddenly get a teleport offer from some mage you don't know. What they'll do is they'll open the portal over a cliff so you come through and then just rinse and repeat, because you can do a /who.
How are you?
Who's
Safe
in a certain
travels.
area.
Have a good one. Safe travels.
You see the other ones that are starting to assign points.
How are you? Safe travels. See you around.
And the leveling thing between Horde and Alliance is similar but very, very different. I did find a video I can link down below if you're ever playing an Alliance Night Elf and want to get Stormwind. It does not involve using a website to move your character. It involves going to Claremore and then going off the dock and swimming literally around the continent, which I can remember doing in the day.
Need help? Be careful.
And then
Safe travels.
the hard part is you're in Westfall at level 1 if you're doing a level. And having to avoid taking search. Now I went on to a non-hardcore server just to see if I could do it, and I did it. And I aggro some stuff, so you can outrun. There's a leash thing you have to look at, and there's videos that talk about it, particularly in hardcore, where if you aggro something and don't run it, there's a, as long as it doesn't, you don't stop or it doesn't stop, you have like one, it is 2 seconds, 4 seconds. There is a time limit, and you'll notice that when you're out running stuff, suddenly it'll just pull back and leave. And so what the goal is, if you have to pull a pack that way, is you pull one, keep going, and just hit that one, not the others, and pretty soon they peel off. And I've done that more or less by accident. So Bernice's necklace. Remember, that's gold tooth. So we are going to go back to the mine. So there is an order to these quests. Now, what a griefer will do, and for the sake of mine, I will call them gomers. It's a medical term of sorts. They'll keep killing a boss over and over and over. To be honest, the griefers that I saw in the videos doing what they're doing were not on hardcore servers. So I don't know if the griefers actually do crap like that on a real hardcore server versus the die and delete. These could be griefers are waiting for gold tooth. Yeah, so they're all waiting to jump on. So they're partying together. Look at that. This is another thing is when you're running for something, you go into a dead end, it literally can be a dead end. There was a guy that was following the griefer around because what they would do is they'd kite a super boss over to an area, and that's where they'd have kill the person and they get credit for it. And he was griefing the griefer, which was kind of fun. To me, not to the griefer. It was a whole griefer guild. But again, these bozos aren't on necessarily on hardcore servers. And you get the dueler people, I'll just do all run away and get the curse. Yeah, no, you won't. There's add-ons that will make it so that you appear to have other gear on.
Good day to you. See you later. Have a good one.
So what do we have left to do here? We have to go back and turn in a bunch of quests. Because the idea is get to as close to 11 too, for the oversold. And again, the thing to remember, it's not so much the killing that gets you XP at a certain point, it's the questing. In particular, you see that if you follow my routine as my leveling guide of sorts, and do all of the starting areas. By the time you get to the third starting area, unless you have Questy showing you old quests or you know what the old quests are, you may not see the exclamation points for them. And on Questy, for those that don't know, if you go into it, there's a setting, show all quests below range. You have set that for each character. Set. I was just hearing that from But the person I was watching the video of, they won't go into mines at all. I tend to avoid them because I know my way. Like with these mines, I've learned my way around them, so I feel comfortable. I'm over leveled, and with the Paladin, I have a bit more survivability. Paladins have proven to me to be some of the tougher, even when I wasn't trained up and was just using a shield and a mace. They could do a lot of battle. And there's nothing wrong with using a shield or a one-hander. It's just you don't do as much damage as quickly. And it doesn't seem to make a big difference on your fights. Maybe early on it does, but
What can I do for you? See you later. For the Alliance.
Need help? Be careful. Light bless you. For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later. Good day to you. Safe travels. Have a good one. See you later. See you around. See you later. See you around. Have a good one.
so now let's look at that. This was a quest where I opened my map up and ran into a bunch of fish people, as I refer to them. They're outside my inventory. Murlocs.
King's honor, friend.
So here is where I can do a little bit of cleanup, level up my leather working, level up my skinning, sorts. That becomes my true silver making abilities. You just keep making these. These actually do have an advantage because you can climb to your any type of armor. Eventually that turns yellow and you can start making other stuff. I find these useful just to apply to armors I get them. Now you could sell
For the Alliance.
just like that, leveled up. Eventually down the road, you'll come to a farm where you get Warlocks as well. And you'll get a ton of people doing Murloc stuff here. Poor guy. That's what happens when you pull too many. Always have an escape plan ready. Or closure. You never had no sword. It's like that guy character you just saw, unfortunately die. He was running away and I couldn't get close enough to heal him. Could be he didn't want to help, he just wanted to get the hell out of dodge. That person. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the mechanics of this game are designed to get you in over your head as soon as possible. So you're in the level 6 and the level 8 area, things of that nature.
You need something? Safe travels. What can I do for you? Hello. Good day to you. How are you? See you later.
There's a lot of running around in these areas to be aware of. Beast, except turn off that light. Television on. Yeah, but going back, we talk about a lot of new people playing WoW in particular, and secondarily, Horde or hardcore, your Alliance Horde. And I just could not help but shake my head. These people are on non-hardcore servers like, oh, die and delete. Well, if you lost a 58 character, are you really going to? I mean, oh, that's my soapbox. Look at all this leather going waste. Next time I'm back over there, I'm going to level up skinning, because I've actually maxed out skinning. It's only 5 silver to get to the next level. See, skinning, I'm maxed out.
You need something? See you around. Safe travels.
And we get our first little boost of I think we're done there. That's all Westfall. I wish they had AoE skinning. A big pile of. I've seen mages do that. Not AoE skinning, but they kill everything. So you go in and all these and just stand there and skin like 8 things. So the Jasperson mine, you just have to go up and go in. There is a boss that you're supposed to go to. And that mine is not actually so bad as mines go. More chips.
Light bless you.
Yeah, having a leveling strategy rather than just going out and you say it till you're blue in the face. People don't believe you.
Hey there. See you later.
So you got all these things now, so we're going to do light leather. You can sell these things for more than it costs to make them. We're going to have to look at the 50 and level. Leather working up one here, maybe. Oh, we won't hit it, but maybe not. Oh, we did.
Have a good one. Good day to you.
Well, that's all the higher we can go here.
See you around.
To go to Stormwind. That's the other thing you can do is profession trainer. And turn those on. Costs 10 silver to train in whatever two-handed weapons you don't have.
I supply only the finest goods. Be careful.
So, NFL is really kind of topsy-turvy. Game last night came down to 2 men in the field, which is a bonehead move. It's almost like a delay a game. You're supposed to have someone on the defense. Might as well go poke our head in. We have these other quests. I don't know what other quests are around there. Sometimes you're better off waiting to get all the quests because there might be things up at that line that I want to collect at the same time. Rest experience also plays into leveling in a big way. Right now, I don't have much rest. It's blue. I think it's blue if I'm on rest experience, purple if I'm not. Is Plinthus. We'll pass on that. I think she's level 12, and she doesn't come along.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
You might say, well, there's prowlers on, yeah, but up here you're going to get quests to get these logs. And guess what? The logs are surrounded by prowlers. And the logs are a lot like the eggs on that cursed island, Nordside, where there's a ton of people and they're hard to see, even with questy.
Light be with you. Farewell. Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
Bundles of wood. I got one. 7 more to go. There's two. I get lucky. Usually there's a ton of people. So we're reaching that tipping point, and one of many of the reasons I didn't come up here before my other characters. You're now at the point where you decide if you want to go on to the next secondary area. Each secondary area is going to be like this, where they have a high side and a low side. I love this log quest as much as I like the egg quest on that stupid island. Questy is a big help though. This is the leash effect I was talking about, where you lead them away. Eventually they stop following. Just need one more. I think I may go turn. I think I can get to level. One thing when you go over to Keldersil, there's no pallet traders over there.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
There we go. So this is my tank alley. Prot. And we are going to go over to Well, we can go to Stormwind because we got a delivery to Stormwind. Now you can come back and kill the creatures that you're looking for closer to the middle because they'll be lower level, which is not necessarily a bad idea. I'm going to go Stormwind, and then we're going to go to Ironforge, and then we're going to go to Telvercell. We'll level up. Eventually I'll come back and clean this area out, and then we'll go outside of Ironforge. There might be some quests we can finish up to get to 15, because the idea is you're level 14 or 15 when you get to the tertiary areas, whether it's Darkshore or Westfall. As I found out with Geek and Joel. It was fun to watch documentaries while you play. Sadly, a lot of industries advance their security only after somebody's a certain number of people have died. It's nature of the beast, so to speak. Watching airline disasters.
Have a good one.
Hey there. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Awfully packed in Stormwind. There must be some event going on. The PvP server, the Harbour. Oh, easy pluckings.
What can I do for you? See you around.
When in doubt, go to the place where I know where all the traders are. We'll turn it on to Quest, I may do that yet.
Hi. See you soon.
So I am going to go make dinner, and I'll start the next video when I'm in Teldercell. So save you from watching some boring videos, hopefully. And so I'm going to say hello to our friends at Got a Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, under pressure in Golden Valley, South by Southeast, and Pine Island, or venues of similar family, pet-friendly, fun-friendly places near you. Check them out. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website at geekfengshui.com, and of course this channel, which we appreciate every like, subscribe, and setting of the bell. See you in the next video.